We're the Eagles Pep Band, and you're watching CITV.
Plymouth Whitemarsh High School has a strong tradition of highly competitive and champion sports teams. Through CITV Sports, you'll witness PW's outstanding student athletes in action. However, there are many more games each week than what CITV is able to cover. So come out to PW, see the games live, and cheer for our teams from the stands. If you are a senior citizen with a gold card, you can even attend all of our regular season home games for free. Good luck to the competitors, and go Colonials!
Hello and welcome to another edition of CITV Sports. I'm 2011 Plymouth Whitemarsh alumnus Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's Tuesday, September 27th, 2016. We're at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School, Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, behind the football stadium for Suburban 1 American boys soccer action between the Quakertown Community High School Panthers and the Plymouth Whitemarsh High School Colonials. The Panthers are coached by Kevin Wolf in his 5th season, and the host Colonials are coached by Jeff Heaton in his 1st season and assisted by Rich Madel. The Panthers come into this contest 3-4 overall and 2-4 in Suburban 1 American, while the Colonials are 3-5 overall and 3-3 in conference play. Quakertown is coming off a 1-0 win against Springfield Montgomery County on September 21st, while the Colonials defeated Cheltenham 2-1 on September 22nd. Quakertown will be in blue shirts and white shorts, while the Colonials are wearing all white with red numbering. This is our second CITV Sports broadcast of boys soccer in 2016. In the previous one, it was Upper Moreland versus Plymouth Whitemarsh, and the Colonials won that one 4-0. Tommy Hoy scored twice for the Colonials, and Kenny Diamond had a goal, and so did Alex Lefkowitz. That was the conference opener for both of those teams. Quakertown so far this year have 3-4 defeated Southern Lehigh to open the season on September 6, 2-1. Then lost 3 in a row, 3-2 versus Wissahickon, 6-0 at Upper Dublin, and 2-0 versus Hapoel Horsham. But on September 15th, 2016, the Panthers defeated Cheltenham 1-0, and believe it or not, it was the Panthers' first conference victory since 2013. The Panthers previously played in Suburban 1 Continental from fall 2008 to spring 2016. So from 2008 to 2015, the Panthers played soccer in the Continental Conference. And right now we're just waiting for each team to get in. These two teams have faced each other in the past 8 years, in fact. The past 5 years, these two teams have opened the season against each other. In 2011, Quakertown defeated PW 1-0. In that one, Kyle Wolf scored in the 15th minute of the first half. That is believed to be Quakertown's lone victory that season. I believe the Panthers were 1-12-1 or 2, as the Panthers in continental play did not get a win. 2012, PW lost to Quakertown 6-1. Kyle Wolf scored 3 times, Connor Flood twice, and Albert Haynes once. In 2013, the Colonials defeated Quakertown 2-1. Kyle Wolf scored for the Panthers, but Ethan Miller and Dominic Loldarchik scored for the Colonials. It was 1-0 Panthers at the half. In 2014, the Colonials defeated Quakertown 3-0. And last year in 2015, it was September 4th, 2015, the Colonials opened to a 1-0 win. And the Panthers will get first tip in blue. It will be 40 minutes in the first half, 40 minutes in the second half, and if necessary, the game is tied. After 80 minutes, we'll go to a 10-minute overtime. And if we're still tied after those extra 10 minutes, there'll be another 10 minutes, and if we're still tied, it will be declared a draw. So PW and Quakertown on the field in Suburban 1 American Conference play. 7th conference match for both teams. After this contest, each team will have played a whole half slate already in conference play. So we'll be underway. Colonials will get first tip. In goal for the Panthers today is Stephen Hipoff, number 1. And we're underway here for first half action at Plymouth Whitemarsh, and the Panthers will intercept. So it's 0-0, Quakertown in blue, PW in white. This is Quakertown's first year in Suburban 1 American since leaving in 2008. Panthers have 6 goals on the year in 7 games. And now the Colonials will counter. Kyle Blumenthal against Brandon Strecker. Strecker went out of play. And here come the Colonials, Tyler Goldman.
Good ball, head on.
Alex Goldring. But that one is turned over. Oh, here's an opportunity, and that is whiffed. Oh, goodness, saved by Hipoff. That was a clear opportunity for the Colonials, it looks like, by Gavin Hendrick. And Hipoff will kick past midfield. Headed by Kyle Blumenthal. Saved from out of play by Andrew Strickland, but the Panthers will counter. Now here come the Colonials. Left Gullet. Goldring. Oh, but it is taken by Ryan Leverman. Leverman this season with 1 goal. Panthers are led by Jake Rudloff, who has 2 scores on the campaign. This one will be saved by PW's goalkeeper. So early on in the first half, it's Quakertown 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. So since 2008, these two teams have played 6 matches, and the Colonials have a 3-2-1 edge. Colonials have won 3 times, lost twice, and tied once. The tie came in 2008. It was 2-2. And that one's now midfield. Here come the Panthers. And that will be saved by the Colonials goalkeeper. So still 0-0 early on in the first half. Plymouth Whitemarsh opened the season with a 4-0 loss against North Penn before reeling off 2 straight conference wins. 4-0 against Upper Moreland, and a road victory against Wissahickon, but then had losses against Springfield Monco and Upper Dublin. Even had a loss in overtime against Hapoel Horsham before coming off of a 2-1 victory against Cheltenham. It'll be Quakertown ball. Quakertown has to travel the farthest out of all American teams. Quakertown is near Allentown, with Quakertown still in Montgomery County. Here come the Colonials. Blumenthal with a kick, and Hipoff is there to pick up the loose change. In the 2015 matchup between the two squads, Hipoff was very active in the net. He made 27 saves in the 1-0 loss against PW last year. Out of play, it should be a PW throw-in. So Quakertown 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. This is Suburban 1 American Boys Soccer on Colonial Instructional Television, early on in the first half. Again, Quakertown in blue, PW in white. So the Panthers, with the win on September 15th against Cheltenham, a battle of Panthers, Quakertown had its first conference victory since September 16th, 2013. Here's an opportunity by Lefkowitz, but it will go wide right. That was a nice opportunity, but could not get it on target. In fact, when Quakertown previously won before September 15th of this year, it was on September 16, 2013, 1-0 win versus Central Bucks South before not getting another conference win until 3 years later. That was back when the Panthers were in Continental. So here come the Panthers now, as it'll be a free kick at midfield for Lion Leverman. Leverman kicking near the box, opportunity pushed away. Goalkeeper falls, but is okay. Nice block. But still the Panthers get control. The PW will kick it out of play. It'll be Quakertown ball. So it's hard to believe that Quakertown has 2 wins in conference play this season after 2 straight conference seasons without a win in the Continental. And that one is now for uniform 33 of Quakertown, Ben Wackerman. Gives it back to Quakertown. Now the Panthers will try to get it. But that is intercepted briefly by the Colonials and will clear Lefkowitz. It's a battle near the sideline. He'll get it. But that is taken away by Lion Leverman. So it's Quakertown 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0 in the first half. These teams have not played each other in a conference match since fall of 2007. The Panthers lost Kevin Menino and AJ Soriano after last season due to graduation. But this Quakertown team has transitioned nicely in the American Conference. Here's an opportunity now for the Colonials. Andrew Strickland, but that is taken away. There's Dylan Donson with the header. Lefkowitz will find Strickland. And that will stay in play. And now will go out of play and should be PW ball. So 0-0 early on in the first half. PW 2013, 14, and 15 advanced into the second round of the District 1 3A playoffs, including a quarterfinal appearance in 2014, which was an overtime loss at Central Bucks East that would have sent the Colonials to states. Johnson with the opportunity, and it is snared by Hippoff. Great job by Stephen Hippoff so far. And that's past midfield. PW goalkeeper, former goalkeeper Shane Smith could kick it 70 yards back in 2014. Alex Lefkowitz. And that will be given to Hippoff. So still 0-0 in the first half. Again, Quakertown in blue, Plymouth Whitemarsh in white. And Hippoff will kick it to midfield again. A lot of white jerseys nearby. Oh, there's an opportunity now for the Panthers. That one will be now given to Alex Goldring. Quakertown has not won a road conference game. And get this, September 21st, 2012, a 2-1 win at Hapua Horsham. So it's been over 4 years since Quakertown has celebrated a conference victory on the road. And now it will be PW freebie. And it should be kicked by Kenny Diamond. So here comes Diamond. Diamond will kick it toward the box, but it is caught by Hippoff. Now the Panthers will try to counter. But again, white jerseys near it. That's Rich Rayon. This is an opportunity now for the Panthers, kicked up in the air. headed by Johnson, but it will go out of play. And it will be Quakertown throwing. So Quakertown 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. 7th conference match for both teams. So far, Upper Dublin is the conference leader at 5-0 and 1. Happel Horsham in second at 4-0-2. And PW is in a tie for third at 3-3 in conference play. Quakertown is 2-4 in American. And they'll go out of play. Possession Colonials. So still 0-0 in the first half. Once again, I'm Scott Samuel, David Weiss. This is Suburban One American Boys Soccer on CITV. Here's a throw-in for Blumenthal. Headed up, and Quakertown tries to get it. But here comes Tyler Goldman. It'll be out of play. It should be Panther possession. So Quakertown Community 0, Plymouth Whitemarsh 0. Quakertown has not been a playoff contender, while PW is coming off 3 straight seasons in districts. 4 wins in total in those playoffs, and those are the only 4 playoff victories in PW history. The one in 2013, the 2 in 2014, and the one from 2015. So now it will be a free kick for Tommy Hoy. So here's Hoy, find Blumenthal.
One on.
Blumenthal. That was to Strickland. But Blumenthal could not get to it in time, but it is headed by Goldman. Ryan. Diamond. And that will be taken care of by Stephen Hippoff for Quakertown. So it's hard to believe that from 2008 to 2011, Quakertown possibly did not have any conference wins. 4 years without a win in conference had to be totally brutal. But then in 2012, 3-11 in the Continental, and 2-12 in 2013 in Continental. As that is kicked out of play, and it should be a Quakertown possession. It won't be a throw-in. It'll be a head. It'll be a throw-in. And that is turned over quickly. Here come the Colonials, and that one will be saved on deflection. Hit a PW keeper. So it's Quakertown 0, PW 0 in the first half. And now Quakertown will try to get it. Headed by Hoy, but here come the Panthers. An opportunity is saved. That was Brendan Strecker looking for his second tally of the season. Well, again, it's 0-0, Quakertown and Plymouth Whitemarsh. Of course, Suburban One American this season now has Happel Horsham and Quakertown, as Norristown and Upper Merion have moved on to the Pioneer Athletic Conference. Andrew Strickland will go to the top of the key. There's Rich Vayan. We'll go inside. Lefkowitz. Kyle Blumenthal. Strickland. Blumenthal. Opportunity. Boom. Shakalaka. Looks like number 7 scores for the Colonials. It's 1-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh. If it was number 7, that was Alex Goldring.
Hey, B, good work, B.
And that was great work by Rich Van. Oh, that was a beautiful feed. Beautifully done. 1-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh. Here in the first half, inside. Put it in the right. And it looked like number 7, Goldring, put it in. So 1-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh in the first half. PW defeated Quakertown in the 2015 non-league contest 1-0. But here come the Panthers. And that will be kicked out of play. So 1-0 PW in the first half. And it will be a goal kick for the Colonials.
I'd rather not let it go that long. There's somebody coming over your hard. Ben, I'll block out.
And it looked like that was Patrick Corpus, the goalkeeper for PW. Kicked it midfield, but kicked back into PW territory, out of play, and it's Plymouth Whitemarsh possession. So it's Plymouth Whitemarsh 1, Quakertown 0 in the first half, close to midway through the first half. And Blumenthal got to feed it in. Headed by the Panthers. Kicked by Blumenthal, but taken by Jake Graham of the Panthers. Intercepted by the Colonials. Colonials looking to tack on some more. Still in play. Goldring.
Space.
Blumenthal. Wackerman. An obstruction against Strickland, and it will be a freebie for the Panthers. So here's Wackerman. I'll let Leverman take care of it. So here's Ryan Leverman. 1 goal in the year for him. He'll kick it close to the box. With that opportunity, snared momentarily, the Panthers back at it. And it will be Panther possession. PW with the 1-0 lead here in the first half. Again, Kevin Wolf, 5th-year head coach for Quakertown, and Jeff Heaton is the 1st-year head coach for Plymouth Whitemarsh, assisted by Rich Madel. And that one will be kicked out of play. This may be our first corner of the Suburban 1 American contest. And Quakertown will try to cash in. The Panthers with 6 total goals so far in 7 games. And it was a short kick. We'll get a brief kick inside, but a lot of white jerseys, not enough blue. No whistle, so it's still in play. And this is seesaw right now with the ball. And here comes Gavin Hendrick. Strickland. And it will be PW possession. So Plymouth Whitemarsh 1, Quakertown 0 in the first half. Again, Quakertown previously a member of Suburban 1 Continental from 2008 to 2015 in soccer. Quakertown formerly of Suburban 1 American and left in 2007-2008. Actually left after that school year. So now Goldring. And Panthers look to get control. Kevin Finlayson, uniform 14 for the Panthers. Blumenthal trips, no call. Weatherman. Richard Bittner, uniform 11 for Quakertown. Here's Leverman. Opportunity goes wide for the Panthers. So PW 1, Quakertown 0 in the first half. Once again, I'm Scott Sable. David Weiss, a 2011 Plymouth Whitemarsh alumnus. That's Patrick Corpus, PW goalkeeper. We'll get his turn to kick. So again, Quakertown in 2015 finished 2-16 overall, 0-14 Suburban 1 Continental. Here come the Colonials. And that one looks to be offside. So Quakertown possession. Still PW 1, Quakertown 0. We should be a little past midway through the first half. Again, 40-minute halves in high school play. And 10-minute overtimes, if necessary. Tommy Hoy looks like he kicked it out of play. And now Quakertown has possession. Well, the Panthers will throw it in. Suburban 1 American has two schools with the nickname Panther, Quakertown and Cheltenham. Here comes Quakertown. Leverman. And that was a slip by Finlayson, number 14 for the Quakertown Panthers. Strickland. Lefkowitz. He's going inside. Ricocheted. Strickland. Outside, he's going in the box. Opportunity. Tyler Goldman for the Colonials. Rich Vayon. It'll be kicked past midfield. There's Dylan Johnson. That one, the battle down the sideline. And if PW player goes down, it will be possession for the Colonials. So Plymouth Whitemarsh 1, Quakertown 0 in the first half. This is Finlayson. Picked up in the air. Justin Layden to Richard Bittner. And that is confiscated by Goldring. It's a battle for Hendrick. Inside, whiffs on it. Oh, that looks like another opportunity. Prime for another goal. Opportunity there, just over by Tyler Goldman. A little shorter would have gone in on the trajectory. So Stephen Hipoff now with the goal kick for Quakertown. Quakertown down the goal in the first half. Goldman confiscated it a bit, but here comes the Panthers. Bittner. Panthers with control. Intercepted, still in play. Panthers looking to counter. A lot of white jerseys. Finlayson. And play in there, but could not get it to go a little more right into the left corner. Oh, that was a nice opportunity for the Panthers. Now, could it be cashed in? Patrick Corpus avoided trouble there. And he'll get the goal kick. So Plymouth Whitemarsh 1, Quakertown 0, still in the first half. Again, Quakertown blue shirts, white shorts, PW in all white, with red numbers and letters. Panthers looking to get back at it. Still in play. Now kicked out of play. Now we'll have some substitutions. Panthers make a substitution. See the form 10 in for 9.
Here we go.
So Justin Layden with the throw in. That's taken by Rich Vayan. Richard Bittner will kick it to his goalkeeper, Stephen Hipoff. There's a battle. Player goes down. Finlayson falls. Quakertown will get a kick here. And it looks like Ryan Leverman would take it. Leverman now standing near where PW head coach Jeff Heaton is. So here's Leverman. Who's in the box, a lot of white jerseys still. Player goes down for the Colonials. It goes back up, no call. It'll be kicked past midfield, and it should be picked up by Hipoff. And he decides to pass. We'll need to take a kick. That was big trouble. Kenny Diamond was tripped, but it looked like it was incidental. And no penalty. And first with the header. There's a battle. Trip in the box, and it will go the other way. Dylan Johnson headed in the victim. And it looked like Andrew Munsell guilty for Quakertown, and it will be Patrick Corpus with the kick. So Plymouth Whitemarsh 1, Quakertown 0, still in the first half. Tommy Hoy, Alex Blumenthal, Gavin Hendrick, whistle. Looks like that was out of play, and we'll have a substitution. So, entering September 27th, Plymouth Whitemarsh girls volleyball, 13-0. Unbeaten in conference play so far. Had a match against Cheltenham, postponed or canceled. And also in PW field hockey is also unbeaten. So 2 girls sports in Plymouth meeting without a blemish on the record so far. That one is saved out of play. That deflection earns another corner. Colonials will try to get a second tally, as PW got one earlier in the box. It wasn't a corner opportunity. So PW looking to add to its 1-0 advantage. Headed near the corner, that is hip off with the block and save. Even hip off. Now walking, looking, roll it off to Layden. And it's going to be a battle here. It's Van Goldman. Jersey tug, no call. And that is turned over, Blumenthal. The Panthers get it back. Layden. Brandon Cohen, uniform 12 after it, and it'll be a PW opportunity, the freebie. So still 1-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh here in the first half. Once again, I'm Scott Sarrell, David Weiss. Alex Blumenthal will kick it. Hip off is to the left of the goal, inside. This may be a direct hit. There's a wall to the left, the top of the key. And that one goes out of play. And it'll be a corner for the Colonials. PW has the 1-0 advantage in the first half, as we have a substitution now for the Colonials. Jeff Heaton will make a brief shift. Looks like Goldman out, and PW's 27's in. There's the corner. That one's heading out of play. We'll see if it'll be saved. It is. There was a whistle. May have been a handball. So Quakertown looks to control. So again, 1-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh here in the first half. Now Panthers looking to control it. And again, Brandon Cohen passes it. Colonials with it. Oh, this is a nice opportunity. Cohen snagged by Hip-Off. Nicely done. That one looked like it was heading into the goal. Hip-Off has been critical. Down this stretch has been his play that's keeping this at 1-0 PW.
Go hard, Tom, go hard.
Lefkowitz, 1 against 2. He'll go with it to the right, but is saved by Stephen Hip-Off. So still 1-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh in the first half, maybe in the final 10 minutes of the first half. We're in the low to mid 70s in terms of temperature on the September 27th. We're now in the season of autumn. Doesn't look like there are a lot of clouds in sight. Possibly a few. And Hip-Off will get the goal kick. And Layden will exit. Wackerman comes back in for the Panthers. So again, PW in the last 6 meetings against Quakertown has 3 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. Winning the last 3. They tied the first time since from 2008 to 2015. That was 2-2 in 2008, but then the next 2 in 2011 and 12 were Quakertown victories. And Colonials look to have kicked it out of play. Quakertown throw-in. Still first half, 1-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh. Now it'll be a throw-in for the Colonials. Colonials looking to add more. Cohen. Lefkowitz cannot control. PW will turn it over. Quakertown will get a kick from its territory. That one will cross midfield. And it should be Quakertown throw it. So it's Plymouth Whitemarsh 1, Quakertown 0 in the first half. Lefkowitz. Lefkowitz again. But taken away by Richard Bittner. No, it was not Bittner. That was Leverman. Oh, here's an opportunity. Van diving, try to get it. Swarm of blue jerseys after it. That's uniform 9, Noah Goldstein for the Colonials, a senior. Kicked out of play, and PW has the possession. So it's still 1-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh in the first half of the Suburban 1 American Conference tilt. After this game, each team would have completed the first half of the conference season. Throw in the box. On goal opportunity. Boom shakalaka. The goal. And a 2-0 PW. Uniform 11 for the Colonials. Beautifully done. So 2-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh here in the first half. Hip-Off could not get any control at all. PW out to the 2-0 lead in the first half. Of course, Quakertown hasn't played in 6 days, coming off a 1-0 win against Springfield, Montgomery County, but the long layoff could be harmful. Colonials now in the backfield. Dylan Johnson. There's Ryan Heaton, uniform 23 for the Colonials. Leverman lets it go out of play, but PW gets possession still, so it's still 2-0. PW looking for more. That is ricocheted out of play. It should be a corner. Oh, again, PW has 2 goals on the game. Believed to be uniform 7 and 11, 7B and gold ring. Now, PW back with it. Opportunity is snared by Stephen Hippoff. Hippoff will kick it midfield. Possibly in the waning moments of the first half, PW up 2-0. And PW just looking too fast, too furious, and too aggressive at this point. PW throwing. Headed by the Colonials. Stays in play. But it is taken. There's Leverman. Quakertown now running after it. Can stay in play. It doesn't. So PW with possession. Plymouth Whitemarsh 2, Quakertown 0. Here in the first half, this is Scott S. D. Weiss reporting for CITV. This is our 6th CITV sports broadcast of the 2016-17 school year. And right now, PW, which in the last 3 seasons had a combined 5 losses in conference play, has 3 already in the American.
One more.
And this is going to be the halfway point in the conference season. Leverman. Andrew Munsell kicked out of play. Thrown in by Wackerman of the Panthers. And for possession. Well, this is looking good, but that trip there cost the Panthers. PW has the possession. Cohen taken away. That one will be kicked out of play into some forest. So Plymouth Whitemarsh possession in the closing moments of the first half. 2-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh. And here's a throw-in. Headed by Leverman. Quakertown will keep it in play. Stephen Longo, uniform 15. Whiffed by Ryan Heaton. Out of play. Plymouth Whitemarsh possession. So PW with the 2-0 lead in the first half. Stephen Longo will head it. Longo is also the kicker for PW's football team, which is 4-1 and currently ranked 9th in District 1 6A. Oh, that was a nice block, beautifully done. That looked like right in the net, but Hippoff said no way. It looks like Corpus. Oh, he whiffs on it. Here's a battle. And that is Blocked out of play. It'll be a Quakertown quarter. Oh, that miscue nearly cost the Colonials. The sidewinder kick gave Quakertown the opportunity. It looked like that was Andrew Munsell, who had goal scoring in his sights. Headed by PW. Deflected. And now kicked past midfield. Colonials looking to add more. Cohen against Leverman. Nice ball. He in. Can't find anyone. Quakertown will keep it in play. Quakertown player trips. No call. Opportunity for Heaton in the corner. Boom! Shakalaka. No goal, no goal. Waved off. Cohen thought he had it, but it was waved off, possibly offsides. So it's still 2-0. PW faithful thought Colonials had another one. Now the Panthers will look to take advantage. It's again Quakertown in blue and white, PW in white, and with the red lettering and numbers. And that one is stared down by Patrick Corpus, the goalkeeper for the Colonials. Wow, booming kick near the box, near Quakertown's own box. Powerful. Just waiting for the whistle for the end of the first half. It's 2-0 PW. Kenny Diamond. Now in the box. Heaton. And Hipoff will save his own deflection. Stephen Hipoff, another save. As Ryan Heaton was denied. So it's 2-0 PW here in the first half. Dylan Johnson intercepted by Quakertown. And here come the Colonials. Quakertown gets it back. It was 1 against 2 that time. And the whistle sounds as that is the end of the first half. After 40 minutes, Plymouth Whitemarsh leads 2-0. We believe the goals were scored by number 7 and number 11, number 7 being Alex Goldring. And that will do it for the first half. So PW up 2-0. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Suburban One American Boys Soccer action on Colonial Instructional Television. Once again, this is Scott Samuel David Weiss. We're going to resume play. Halftime is ended. It is Plymouth Whitemarsh 2, Quakertown 0. Quakertown will get first possession in the second half. PW with the 2-goal lead against the Panthers. And during halftime, the bleachers with some of our equipment have been moved back in order for players to have more room with the boundary lines. Now hopefully we can give you a better view, and player safety have been concerned, so hopefully everything is all right now. The start of the second half, Quakertown again in blue and white, PW in all white. PW, the home team, up 2-0. PW looking to get on the board here at the opening minutes of the second half. And that is secured by Stephen Hipoff. Hipoff has been busy this afternoon, September 27th, 2016. Now Quakertown looks to get on the board. Quakertown has not scored more than 2 goals in any game this season. Looks like it'll be PW possession. At Quakertown scored 2 goals twice. Those were the first 2 games of the season. And Patrick Corpus will make the catch, and that easy for him. And PW with the goal kick. So 2-0 PW early on in the second half. So September 6th and September 7th, it was a 2-1 win and a 3-2 loss for Quakertown. Since then, the Panthers have scored only 2 goals. The Panthers have been shut out 3 times in 7 games. And this is going to be a corner for PW. PW looking to capitalize. Another corner. Both goals have been from right in the box. That one is missed. Heaton. Opportunity is left. Looks like that was Gavin Hendrick. So it'll be Stephen Hipoff of Quakertown with the kick. So it's Quakertown down by 2 with possession. Hipoff. Side kick to Justin Layden. Intercepted. Now here come the opportunity. There! Boom shakalaka!
All right.
Is it? It is!
Great.
Number 11 scores again. It's 3-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Good job, Finky. Woo!
And that's Zach Finkelman. Finkelman with 2 straight goals. And it's 3-0, and we're sorry for not announcing his name early on because originally there have been 2 uniform 11s on the roster, along with Jacoby Sandcroft, but that's Zach Finkelman with 2 goals on the day. And it's 3-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh early on in the second half. So, Zach Finkelman with 2 goals on the day.
I think one of my hands hit the 3 buttons.
That was beautiful.
Focus assist, OIS2, and LES2.
And that is saved by Hipoff. That's the most goals Quakertown has surrendered in a game since September 7th, the 3-2 loss against, well, not against Wissahickon, 6-0 at Upper Dublin. Had lost 3-2 against Wissahickon. And that will be PW possession. So 3-0 Colonials, 2 goals in the first half, 1 here so far in the second. So it was September 9th, 2016, in which Quakertown had given up at least 3 goals the last time. Ever since then, 2-0 loss to Haverhill Horsham, 1-0 win against Cheltenham, 2-0 loss at Upper Moreland, and 1-0 win against Springfield. So goals have been scarce for the Panthers, but opponents seem to be feasting on Quakertown. So 3-0 PW early on in the second half. This is boys soccer on CITV. Panthers in blue and white, PW in the all white. Hendrick in the box. Finkelman won't get the chance for the hat trick quite yet. So Zach Finkelman with the last 2 goals, and it looked like Uniform 7 Gold Ring scored the first tally of this contest. Again, we're sorry if we have any uniform confusion. And that will be Quakertown possession, a violation. It's a foul for Gavin Hendrick. So here come the Panthers. PW 3-5 on the season, had non-league losses against Dorfpan and Pencrest. The Pencrest loss was 1-0. PW opened the season, I think it was September 2nd. It was 4-0 North Penn. I believe that was at Colonial Stadium. Now Colonials take it past midfield. Heaton and Wackerman. Looks like a corner.
Yes.
No. It looked like it went off a Panther, but instead it will go the other way. Here's Stephen Hippa, the senior goalkeeper, kicks it to midfield. It was headed by Finlayson, and that will be smartly kicked out of play. Well, it looks like Tommy DeSisto, number 13 for the Colonials. Each team resets, now going near the box. Corpus picks up the loose change. Now in the second half, Plymouth Whitemarsh 3, Quakertown 0. PW with 3 conference losses on the season already. After 3 straight seasons of 3 or fewer losses in conference play. Plus PW in 2013 and 14 finished 13-1 to win the conference. Now Panthers in blue. Stephen Longo, incidental contact, pushes Justin Layden, but didn't have a lot of room. PW had the throw-in. Out of play, PW keeps it. Still 3-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Hey, how are you?
Zach Finkelman, uniform 11, with 2 goals for the Colonials, and we believe uniform 7 Goldring as the first scorer for PW. And this looks like it's a corner.
Hey Gavin, hustle in, come on.
Everyone's getting set. No, it's a corner throw. Jumping save by Hip-Hop.
Not that I don't like it.
But watch out. Noah Goldstein going after it, but couldn't get it. Watch out for the Panthers. In the box. Oh, that may be a card. If there is a card, as that's kicked out of play. By number 6, Kyle Blumenthal in frustration. He is given a card for unsportsmanlike conduct. You do not do that. In fact, during this past weekend, in a 1-1 match between the Philadelphia Union and Toronto FC, Josie Altidore toward the end of the contest didn't get a call his way, kicked the ball out of play, and got a card. And I wonder if he's been ejected. But you do not see that often in the conference. As Blumenthal goes off for unsportsmanlike conduct here in the second half. PW still up 3-0. And a kick opportunity denied. Now Finkelman, still inside, trip. It will still be PW possession. Kyle Blumenthal, uniform 6. Not sure he'll return because he was given a card for kicking a ball out of play intentionally after a call didn't go his way. That's unsportsmanlike conduct. And it will remain with the Colonials. So 3-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh. PW possibly a player down due to the card. The blue would fall. The Colonials will try to cash in here on the corner. PW up 3-0 in the second half. That one's kicked out of play by a Panther. Got to be careful there. Because with its direction, it could have been an own goal. Well, again, PW 2 in the first half, 1 early on in the second half. Last 2 that belonged to Zach Winkelman. It was near the net, but no one was there. And PW again. Looked like PW has possession, but maybe not. If yes, it will be a throw-in. Looks like Ryan Heaton. And it looks like there'll be a drop, and the kick is, and the ball is dropped. And that one looks to be a corner for the Colonials. So PW is up 3-0 in the second half. Once again, I'm Scott Sale with David Weiss. And if you just joined us, PW has the free goal advantage, but a few minutes ago in the second half, Kyle Blumenthal had been sent off with a card due to unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking the ball out of play intentionally in anger.
Over the hard spot because of the net.
It looks like Noah Goldstein with the throw-in. Looks like he's going to go behind a few spectators. Now he'll throw it in. And that will be a goal kick for Stephen Hippeth. Quakertown will substitute 2 players. Wackerman will take a seat, and so will Justin Layden.
Sandy Bucks is out. Because I need Sandy Finkelstein next day. It's supposed to be.
Here's the goal kick now.
I'm like, Gav?
Headed by Hendrick.
Working on a Saturday night.
Play Fink.
That will go past midfield. Tommy Hoy. Hoy slips. And now here's an easy opportunity for Brendan Strecker. Boom shakalaka. The goal counts. Brandon Strecker puts it through, and it is now 3-1 Plymouth Whitemarsh. As Tommy Hoy fell on top of it. Surprised there wasn't a handball because he did touch it. And no chance for Corpus, and the shutout is over. So Quakertown with its 7th goal on the year. Strecker with his 2nd. His first of this game. So it's 3-1 now.
Gav, away from the goalie.
Momentum has changed since Blumenthal's card. Now the Panthers will look to seize the momentum. If that goes out of play, should be PW possession. So it's Plymouth Whitemarsh 3, Quakertown 1. Goal did belong to Brandon Strecker, number 20 in blue. Lefkowitz. Goldman. That was kicked by Tommy DeSisto. Hendrick ricochets off a few Panthers. Dylan Johnson, DeSisto. And he does not keep it in play, so it'll be Quakertown possession. Finlayson. Dylan Johnson got his legs. Watch out here. Corpus makes the grab. Whitemarsh has already made a mistake. Doesn't want to make more. So it's 3-1 Plymouth Whitemarsh. Finkelman with 2 goals for the Colonials. And the lone score for Quakertown by Brandon Strecker. Hendrick. Goldman. Assist though by Dylan Johnson.
I don't know what to do. Like, it's all right. I know.
And there's a push. Should belong to the Colonials. Dylan Johnson, very athletic family. Older brothers Cameron and Brandon have played PW soccer before him. Brandon Johnson likes to go to PW soccer matches. Graduated from Temple in 2016. Dylan Johnson had the freebie. And his Corpus can't, and he does whiff on it momentarily. Perhaps Corpus should secure the ball now. The last few times he has kicked it hadn't gone his way. And it should be Quakertown throw-in as there are substitutions. For Quakertown and the Colonials, PW is still up 3-1 in the second half. Each team with a goal apiece in the second 40 minutes so far. This is Quakertown's second consecutive game with a goal, but just 7 in the entire season so far. Panthers looking for more, but it's a high kick way beyond play. And substitutions would be made, and it should be goal kick. Plymouth Whitemarsh 3, Quakertown 1 in the second half. Plymouth Whitemarsh looking for a 4th straight season in the District 1 playoffs. PW has 4 playoff wins the last 3 years. Those are the only 4 playoff wins in program history. As before 2013, PW's lone appearance came in the 1980s.
They're paying.
A lot of blue jerseys. Panthers looking to get some more. Goldstein. Lefkowitz. Hendrick. Trip. And it'll go the other way. That was number 16 who tripped, Jake Graham for Quakertown. And belongs to the Panthers. So still 3-1 Quakertown, down by 2. PW is up by 2. And Quakertown has not won a conference road game in over 4 years. There's still plenty of time to the second half. It is intercepted by Ryan Leverman, but now taken by Kenny Diamond of the Colonials. It's going to be a battle here for Andrew Strickland. Throw-in for the Panthers. No, it's the second half. Quakertown down 3-1. Again, after this game, half of the season would be done, as each team has 7 conference games apiece left. And again, PW started the conference season 2-0, but currently 3-3 in Suburban 1 American. Corpus makes the save. PW was faking not again. And that one will go past midfield. And contact. And it will go the other way. So again, it's September 27th, 2016 and September 25th, 2016. The world of sports lost two great athletes. Major League Baseball pitcher Jose Fernandez passed away in a boating accident at age 24, and legendary professional golfer Arnold Palmer passed away at age 87. He was from Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And for those of you who may not remember, back in 2009, it was April 13, 2009, Phillies legendary broadcaster Harry Callis passed away before a Phillies-Washington Nationals game in D.C. And I was a sophomore at Plymouth Whitemarsh at the time, and I announced a baseball game that day as that one goes wide. So thoughts and prayers go out to the friends, family of those athletes, and they won't be forgotten. Jose Fernandez played as a starting pitcher for the Miami Marlins. So back to this action. PW up 3-1 in the second half. And off the chest, and Strickland manages to have it out of play left. There's still 3-1 Plymouth Whitemarsh here in the second half. Once again, I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss, a 2011 Plymouth Whitemarsh alumnus. And it is to midfield. Again, Quakertown with blue shirts and white shorts, PW in all white. Quakertown has the last goal. That was by Strecker. Kicked out of play. And that one came very close to hitting me. For those of you wondering, I'm sitting near midfield. Quite about 5 to 10 feet from the boundary line. Back to play. Colonials now on the counter. It's 3-1 PW. Opportunity goes wide. Right. And Stephen Hipoff, the goalkeeper, will kick it in. Looks like PW has made a goal switch. That is a short kick. As Corpus has left the contest. The other listed goalkeeper for PW is Connor Smith. Perhaps Jeff Heaton was not pleased by Corpus's play in the second half. Corpus has had a lot of trouble that was a trip. Let's see if there's a card here. Oh yeah, there's a yellow card. Against Quakertown, and walking to the sideline is uniform 16 Jake Ram. Wonder if he's the guilty party. For those of you wondering, uniform 6 Kyle Blumenthal has returned for the Colonials, so he did not get a red card. So here's a free kick. You have 5-man Quakertown wall on the left.
He's back in, yeah. This is
Now
his first game back.
Gavin Hendrick looking to add insurance. It's going to either go right or top left.
Fair.
Puts it through off the top of the crossbar.
Good kick.
There was a great opportunity. He had it, but just a bit strong. Hip off avoids further trouble. So each team with one player apiece with a card.
Yeah. Gotta be another game.
Now Panthers looking for some more offense. And that goes off of Goldstein. Not good enough to save. Here come the Panthers. Plymouth Whitemarsh free. Quakertown 1 in the second half still. Now Colonials on the counter. We're not sure how much time is left because the scoreboard is not operating. Colonials looking to add more. And one will go out of play, should be Quakertown possession. The Panthers now will get the ball, hip off. The goalie will do it again. Looks like Gavin Hendrick is taking a seat now. Crowded with Panthers. So Quakertown looking to clear, but not a lot of room. As that is turned over, and it's kicked away. And again earlier, Brandon Cohen had the ball go past the keeper, but it was ruled offsides. So PW could have 4 goals. But right now it's 3-1. Kenny Diamond will go for it. But there on the right is Stephen Hippoff. Hippoff picks it past midfield. All his kicks have been booming for the most part. But usually it gets turned over.
Yeah, again.
Goldstein. Hoy. Tommy Hoy. Any diamond, that was not part of the plan. And it is saved. And that will be PW ball. And Hippoff slams the ball. Surprised the card won't be issued here. A lot of ill-tempered minds right now in this second half. Kyle Blumenthal already with a card. Quakertown player has a card. Hippoff avoided a card just in the last few moments. But here's a quarter for the Colonials. Headed. Another opportunity kicked away. Here comes Brandon Strecker. That's not Strecker. Here's Strecker. He has the lone tally in the game for the Panthers, and that one goes to the spectators. Boy, too close for comfort for the spectators. Quakertown possession again. But still in the second half, maybe in the final 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of the second half. Could be more, could be less. It's 3-1 Plymouth Whitemarsh. Each team with a score in the second half. And again, PW took out Patrick Corpus, its goalkeeper. And the other goalkeeper on the roster that I have is Connor Smith, and we're sorry if we have any wrong names. And that one is kicked over the goal. Oh, so close. And PW players on the bench really liking the way the Colonials are playing. Either that or that was a sarcastic cheer. But either way, the Colonials are pleased with the result so far. And PW went to halftime 2-0. Then early on in this second half, Zach Finkelman scored his second of the contest. But the last goal was scored by Quakertown, which was Strecker. And there's a player trip. Getting a bit testy on that opportunity. And it's a high kick in the air, headed by Leverman. Quakertown looks to control. Here come the Panthers. Tommy Hoy intercepts. He'll look for room. Alex Lefkowitz. Try to keep it in play, but he doesn't. Andrew Strickland wasn't there to pick it up. And looks like another substitution for the teams. Throw in for the Panthers. It's Plymouth Whitemarsh 3. Quakertown 1 the second half. Once again, this is Scott Sam with David Weiss. It's our 6th CITV sports broadcast of the 2016-17 school year. As we're winding down the month of September, September 27, 2016. Leverman. That one is kicked a little bit too hard, and it is saved by the PW keeper. And that one is kicked toward midfield. Little past it. It was Lefkowitz and Finlayson, Kevin Finlayson. Well, again, Quakertown with 7 goals on the season. This is the Panthers' 8th contest. Jake Rudloff and Brandon Strecker each with 2 goals apiece on the campaign. Strecker has Quakertown's lone tally in this one. Panthers again. Not much time left in this second half. Quakertown has to go quick. And it was a trip by Finlayson by himself. Cohen. And it will belong to the Panthers. So still Plymouth Whitemarsh 3, Quakertown 1 in the second half. Strecker. And it goes over the goalpost. Should be a goal kick. Justin Layden will take a seat. And it looks like Jake Graham, number 16, back in for the Panthers. Intercepted, but intercepted back by the Colonials. Lefkowitz, he's trucking down the sideline. Looks like he'll take it. Maybe not. There's unselfish play. Should lead to a PW possession. And Jeff Heaton giving his calls to the field. Jeff Heaton likes to go very deep into his roster for each match. You can make a lot of substitutions in high school soccer. Trip. Ben Wackerman trips. No card. Already been 2 cards in the second half. 1 apiece for each team. And Blumenthal had a card for unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking a ball out of play after a whistle. Oh, goodness. It looks like there'll be an injury timeout. And Ben Wackerman cannot get up. So let's set the scene here. So Plymouth Whitemarsh with the 3-run lead, and PW's assistant coach Rich Meadows wearing dress shirt, tie. You see him walking to make sure Wackerman's okay. So the first half, PW scored twice. It looked like Goldring had the first, and then Finkelman scored the second, and Finkelman opened up the second half with his second score of the game, and then later on, Brendan Strecker scored his second goal of the season for Quakertown. And now he's getting helped up. And spectators will give a round of applause to Wackerman. And will be taken off by Quakertown personnel to be possibly examined. And Hippuff will have the goal kick. Doesn't seem to have a lot of time left. But the Panthers are down 2. Will have to get aggressive and go to the net right away. So it's 3-1 Plymouth Whitemarsh. Few Colonials enter. Seth Rush, uniform 17, has entered the game for the Colonials. He's a senior. Stephen Hippuff has been patrolling near the net the whole game. He's made a lot of crucial saves, but has allowed 3 to score. Short kick. It looks like Graham. Quakertown will clear.
Hey, let that go.
Finlayson. It was deflected off the Colonials. So Kevin Finlayson with the throw-in. And Tommy Hoy almost lost control again. He had lost control early on the second half, which led to the lone goal for the Panthers. Here come the Colonials. Zebin Berman. Now to go inside. Berman looked to have gotten it, but could not. Still in the second half. It's 3-1 PW. Now come the Panthers. No tripping. Andrew Munsell, 18. Wanted to go after it. Munsell. Before the Strecker goal, the last goal was believed to have been scored by Evan Kemp. If not, it was Jake Rudloff. But the scorers for Quakertown this season have been Jake Rudloff, Brandon Strecker, Matt Munsell, Ryan Leverman, and Evan Kemp. Still 3-1 PW in the second half. This is Suburban One American Boys Soccer on CITV. This is our second boys soccer broadcast in the school year. And unless the Colonials have a great second half, this could be our final boys soccer broadcast in the school year. Colonials have a whistle, and it may have been offside. So Quakertown possession. Looks like we are in the waning moments of the second half. Plymouth Whitemarsh 3, Quakertown 1. The official on the Quakertown side had the whistle in the mouth momentarily. Quakertown has to go quickly. There'll be a free kick by Leverman. He's going full throttle. Saved by the PW keeper. Oh boy, player down. Kevin Finlayson now goes down a few moments after Ben Wackerman. And he is holding, and he is not moving. And now he is. He may have just gotten winded. He has an official talking to him, making sure everything's okay. Quakertown personnel jogging, and he gets off on his own. He'll probably have to get taken out just to be on the cautious side. Now the officials will discuss what will happen here. They'll discuss how much time's left. See if there's any time left. PW for 3-1 advantage. 2 goals by Zach Finkelman, uniform 11. And again, we're sorry if we don't have all the right numbers and names. This is PW's goalkeeper. We'll get the kick. Patrick Corpus still on the sideline. That was PW's starting goalkeeper.
Keep going, Evan. Keep fighting.
Right back.
Now, that was a missed chance for the Panthers. That was missed by the Colonials. So quick throw in for the Panthers. Into the box. Still 3-1 PW in the second half. We're late in the second half. Again, Quakertown in Suburban 1 American for the first time since the 2007-2008 school year. The 2008 school year till spring 2016 had been a member of Suburban 1 Continental. So was Hapoel Horsham. Hapoel Horsham's also a newcomer in this conference for all sports. Previously, Hapoel Horsham had been the American for just football and volleyball. And again, Quakertown with possession. And an official had the ball off him, so it's PW possession. Still 3-1 PW in the second half. Each team with a goal apiece in this final 40 minutes. And that goes past midfield. Hip off. Short kick, that was a dangerous move.
Coach, fill the middle. Jake. Recover. Stop the clock. Time's not on our side right now.
And the Colonials will give it up. Then we have substitution. So Jacoby Sandclough doing a nice job there in the passing.
Drop in. Go, watch outside. Step to that kiss.
Now the Panthers look to attack. Panthers in blue and white, PW in all white. There was a hold, no call. It's still 3-1 in the second half. Plymouth Whitemarsh with a 2-goal advantage. PW coming off a 2-1 win against Cheltenham. That one's close to midfield. Goes out of play. PW with the throw-in. Oh, off the neck of a Colonial. It's a lot of push and shove. Momentarily intercepted by Goldring. Now the Colonials looking for more. But the officials could blow the whistle any moment now. And PW would improve to 4-3 at conference and 4-5 overall. Of course, the last few seasons, PW had not lost more than 5 games overall. After 2014, when the Colonials won its second straight conference title, it finished with 3 losses overall. That one is spun on, close to out of play, but keeps it in play. Andrew Munsell. Seth Rush. Now here come the Colonials with Max Baker. Uniform 14. That is going to go out of play for the Panthers. PW possession. So it's Plymouth Whitemarsh 3, Quakertown 1. PW had led 3-0 and fought. It had another tally by Brandon Cohen, but it was waved off because it was offside. There have been 1 card apiece per team in this second half. Blumenthal has PW's card. And that's a grab of a jersey. Watch out. That may have been Blumenthal. And looks like the official has a red card in hand. Maybe. Or the whistle's red. If the card comes out, that would be it for Blumenthal. Well, here's now a free kick opportunity for the Panthers. Few walls. Looks like the right side's open. And looks like it's offside, so PW possession. Plymouth Whitemarsh 3-1. Colonials in control. And that one's going to be kicked midfield. And folks, there's your ball game. The final score is Plymouth Whitemarsh 3, Quakertown 1. It was a tough second half, but the Colonials get it done as Plymouth Whitemarsh improves to 4-3 in Suburban 1 American, 4-5 overall, and the Quakertown Panthers drop to 2-5 in conference play, 3-5 overall. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. This has been another edition of CITV Sports. We look forward to seeing you again. Goodbye, everyone.